Have you heard the name Sackler? It is a name that adorns the walls of storied institutions worldwide, like Harvard, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Oxford, and the Louvre. The Sacklers are one of the richest families in the world, but the true source of this immense fortune was vague until it emerged that the family was responsible for a blockbuster painkiller, OxyContin, the catalyst for America's devastating opioid crisis. Empire of Pain chronicles the secret history of this dynasty across 3 generations and the staggering mark they left on the world. Part 1. The Patriarch, the Marketing Genius. The story begins with 3 physician brothers, Raymond, Mortimer, and the intensely energetic Arthur Sackler. After weathering poverty and appalling anti-Semitism, Arthur developed a genius for marketing, especially for pharmaceuticals. Arthur pioneered the crucial template, co-opting doctors and downplaying a drug's addictiveness. Arthur built the first great Sackler fortune by developing the aggressive marketing strategies for Valium. Investing his wealth, Arthur purchased a small drug manufacturer, Purdue Pharma, which was then run by his brothers. The family mantra, instilled by their father, was that a good name was the most important legacy, as money could always be remade. Part 2. Dynasty, the Rise of OxyContin. Decades later, Richard Sackler, Raymond's son, took control of the family-owned Purdue Pharma. Arthur's original marketing template was then adapted to launch a far more potent drug, OxyContin. Although the drug generated billions in revenue, it also contributed to a public health crisis that saw hundreds of thousands die. The Empire of Pain knew the commercial potential of OxyContin was astronomical if they could expand its market beyond terminal cancer patients to the vast population suffering from chronic non-malignant pain. A blizzard of prescriptions. Purdue pushed the drug by confidently asserting that OxyContin carried a low risk of addiction when taken as prescribed. Richard Sackler boldly declared the launch would create a blizzard of prescriptions that will bury the competition. The lavish marketing included funding dinners and seminars for physicians, proving highly effective in steering prescribing habits. Purdue leveraged its internal data, IMS, to target doctors writing large volumes of painkiller prescriptions, known internally as whales. By 2001, just 5 years after launch, OxyContin hit $1 billion in sales. Denial and Legal Maneuvers, 2007. As addiction and abuse spread, leading to massive overdoses, Purdue adopted a fierce defense strategy. Richard Sackler ordered staff to hammer on the abusers in every way possible, labeling them reckless criminals. Simultaneously, the family employed sophisticated legal tactics, utilizing political and legal heavyweights like Mary Jo White and Rudy Giuliani to deflect accountability. They minimized the escalating problem, falsely claiming they were unaware of widespread abuse until 2000. The criminal investigation in Virginia found that Purdue had marketed OxyContin with the intent to defraud or mislead. In 2007, Purdue Pharma pleaded guilty to a felony misbranding charge and paid a $600 million fine. Crucially, Richard Sackler's top executives, Michael Friedman, Paul Goldenheim, and Howard Udell, pled guilty to misdemeanors, effectively taking the fall to shield the family. Following the conviction, the Sacklers voted to pay themselves $325 million. Part 3. Legacy, the cost of the name. Despite the conviction, the family's fortunes continued to climb, enabling massive philanthropy worldwide. But profits faced an inevitable challenge: patent expiration. Purdue launched an evergreening strategy by introducing a crush-resistant reformulation, OxyContin OP, in 2010. This move inadvertently worsened the crisis. Many addicted users, unable to crush the new pills for a quick high, simply moved on to cheaper, more accessible heroin or fentanyl. Studies later suggested that the reformulation may have actually ignited the heroin epidemic. The Reckoning. public fury finally focused directly on the Sackler name, galvanized by activists like Nan Golden, whose group, PAIN, protested at Sackler-named institutions, branding them a temple of greed. Lawsuits began naming individual family members, accusing them of directing the deceptive marketing. With the threat of future litigation mounting, the Sacklers moved billions offshore, insulating their fortune. In 2020, major institutions like NYU and the Louvre began stripping the Sackler name from their buildings, marking a devastating blow to the legacy Arthur had fought so hard to protect. Purdue ultimately filed for bankruptcy and offered a settlement plan to convert the company into a public trust, contributing billions, largely from the sale of their international company, Purdue Pharma, in exchange for the Sackler family receiving complete immunity from future civil lawsuits. If this deep dive into the story of corporate power and moral damage has piqued your curiosity, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more rich book summaries. We are committed to delivering the stories behind the